Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to soccer coach Brian Harvey, who recently picked up college career win number 725. And coach, in that game, September 6th against Our Lady of the Lake, came 29 years to the day after OCU debuted its program and got its first win. So tell us what you remember about that first win of the program.
Well, it was a lot different than on Saturday. It was a cooler day, and we played on the old where the Freedy Center now stands. We played, it was called Phoenix, Salvanus Phoenix Old Field. But anyway, it was a good win, and it kicked off our season. We went 8-6 that year, so it was a good start.
And look back on those 29 years with the program, what memories stick out to you in that span?
Well, you've got to think about the national tournaments, the ladies going to the final in 2000 and getting beat in the final game, the boys making it to the semi-finals at Boca Raton. So lots of good memories in that. But I think one of the best memories is of all the kids that have come through and have graduated and are now productive members of society and doing a great job and still popping their head in to see how OCU are doing now and again.
Now, moving back to this season's win, that was a win over a ranked opponent, Our Lady of the Lake. Tell us about the performance of the team that day.
Well, I think the ladies have found their legs a little bit quicker than what the men have. We've got a great goal-scoring threat up top with Allison Worsham and also Ali Thompson. So we got goals out of those two, and we're getting more and more production out of them. I feel that the girls are going to be okay. The boys are struggling a little bit to find their form at the moment.
You talked about some of your offensive threats on the girls' team. You've had two different goalkeepers earn Defensive Player of the Week. And talk about those two girls.
Well, actually, one of them, Michaela, she's done a great job. She's a field player, and our starting goalkeeper had concussion. She took over, as you said, got Defensive Player at SAC Conference Player of the Week. And then the following game, our goalkeeper was ready after her concussion, and Kirsten came in and also earned those honors as well. So great recognition for both of them.
You talked about your men's team struggling a little bit out of the gate. What are the keys to turning that team around right now?
I think we've got to get them to mesh a little bit better at the moment. It's difficult. You lose the Offensive Player of the Year in Roy Vaz from last year's championship team. You lost the SAC Conference Player of the Year, Danny Frid, and along with that, we lost our Korean player to injury, and we had to redshirt Daniel Hume. So I mean, that's the heartbeat of your team right there. So we've got Vladimir, our goalkeeper. He's a steadying influences, but very young team, and it's going to take a little bit of time.
Adam Black recently became your most recent alum to turn pro with the Tulsa Roughnecks. Talk about his road to making the team there.
Well, Adam's he had a very successful 4 years here, and then he got noticed, and it so happens that the coach of the Tulsa Roughnecks is a former player. My brother used to coach him in England. He called me about Adam, and I said that, yeah, he was definitely worth inviting to the training camp. He invited Adam. From there on, Adam established himself, has had a very good season, has scored 4 or 5 goals and had several assists, and they're waiting at the moment to see whether they're going to make the playoffs. They have to wait till Thursday, and if Seattle lose, they play the Energy in the first round of the playoffs.
All right, Coach. Thanks very much. Talking to OCU soccer coach Brian Harvey, who just recently picked up career college win number 725. And you can follow the soccer teams on OCUsports.com.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.